The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Time to determine who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. The conference championship is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. As his target, it's Johnny Wilson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
To the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First and 10 from the 41. Another carry for him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
To the line they go. It's 2nd down. Changing it up here. Jackson. Pass into the hands of Devontae Walker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Blowing back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on first down, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Lamar off the play fake. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Fielded just shy of the end zone. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. And it sets up 2nd down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back now, pressure on its way. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. He's dropping back to throw. He puts some juice up. That's complete inside the 35. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's a Vegas first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
They've got first down from the 31. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So we're through one here in the AFC title game. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're moving it well, but now face a third and short. Throwing now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They're now set for first and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They put a receiver in motion here left. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rolling left, buying some time. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll throw it. This one's caught. And in for the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Running back, motioning right. That one's out and cut on the right side. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, Jackson. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, no, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled for a short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Before that play clock can reach 0, John Harbaugh signals for a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Second down now, 7 to go. Pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this 1st half. And just kind of wait. You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Shotgun snap to Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 now from the 30. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Ravens working here. First and 10 now from the 30. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Lamar now from the gun. Hits his running back. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set up now for 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. A give now from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. From the gun, Jackson. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Raiders will start with it in the 4th after an interception to end the quarter.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're throwing it. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. On the move, headed right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10 now. Gets everything he has under this throw. They connect on the deep shot. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A pickup there of 39. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. And again, it's Jackson. Jump off caught by his back. And this one does not go far.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Has it in close. Touchdown, Baltimore. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. Chased out to his right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. So 2nd down coming up. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Raiders 1st. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Into the 2nd level past the 30. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders can tie it up after hitting Tater in the 3rd. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. He breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Stopped on a play by Big Chris Jones. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw it. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he got this close to midfield before going out. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Handoff now out of the gun. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. Casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now here's Lamar. Finds his man over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That play good for 17 and a first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Running this one left. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Buying some time right. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They'll run here on first down. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Only one frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th.
Real quick.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him a 3rd down and 6 to go. Looking to throw, Jackson. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 4th quarter lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Complete to the rookie out of Auburn. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Now on 2nd and 10. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Looking to throw. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Looking to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential 1st down.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Jackson throwing here. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So they're left facing third and long.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. He's back to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And the Raiders have some new life in the fourth.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Dropping back to throw. Forced out to his right. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Pass complete to Walker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Wilson's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. Has some space inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Ravens in victory formation and content to just knee this one out.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in.